Welcome back, Ballazo fans. How are you? Today we have another Liverpool fan, another Pratik with me. So, hi Pratik, how are you?
Hi Pratik, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Pratik, let's start. What do you want to discuss about?
I was thinking that we could start with our recent loss, the aggregate loss that we were kicked out of Champions League, and let's start with that. Let's discuss about the team selection and what we could have done differently in order to
Definitely.
uh, uh, receive like a better result out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would hurt, but it's okay. We should talk about it.
Yeah, that hurts a lot,
Yeah,
especially the first leg when we lost 3-1. Um,
yeah,
what I think is that even in the second leg, we could have scored. All right, the match was as
absolutely.
2 years back, if you recall the match against Barcelona. Of course, the fans were there,
Yeah,
and that makes immense difference. But then again, what I think is that the early goal in the second minute, the early chance that we got, that Salah got, and he
yeah,
missed it. All right. Of course, Courtois made a brilliant save, but then again, I think that should have been in, and that would have made like um, everything so much like different because even in the
yeah,
Barca match 2 years back, the early goal that Origi gave us that made the
Origi, yeah,
difference. So what I think is that an early goal would have been so much nicer, yeah. And the
yeah,
match would have been because Real got into the game and their midfield is so strong, all right,
yeah,
in terms of the technical ability. It's very difficult to penetrate and yeah. So I just wanted to also discuss with you about like around the midfield selection that Klopp made. I think that and everyone can have their own opinions, but do you think that Thiago would have made a difference if he had played from the start?
yeah, absolutely. I think Thiago has been a great player in the midfield. We can see it when we used to play with Bayern itself. So when he was signed, I think when he was signed, I thought that he would be playing every single match. But it was quite shocking to see that he's not starting. Because I think he would have helped in giving better chances early on. Also, what you said
Uh,
about the early goal, that's a big confidence boost. I agree. Like, jaldi goal mil jaye yaar, what else you need? Madrid obviously considered a goal which was in favor of Liverpool, so they had the away goal. And if Liverpool would have been able to get an early goal in that game, that would have been a huge boost for them.
Absolutely. And what I think is that yes, I completely agree with Klopp's mindset as well. He wanted more energy in the midfield, and that's why he
Yeah,
had Miller over there. But then again, Thiago's experience and everything that he has done over the course of his career, I think that it was sort of an insult, right?
yeah,
Because he came in after 60
absolutely.
minutes, you don't have enough time.
Hmm.
The tone of the match is set. Even in the early part of the second half, it might have made a difference. But then again, what I think is that Thiago came in, he changed the formation from 4-3-3 to 4-2-3-1. All right.
Hmm.
The link up play wasn't there anymore. All right. And
Hmm.
I think that Thiago in the final 10 minutes when Klopp again switched to 4-3-3, we didn't have enough time to actually make any
Yeah,
difference.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, I agree that if Thiago would have started, he would have himself have had some shots on the goal, unlike Milner. So that too had been a big difference. Plus, everyone
Absolutely.
knows that Liverpool is very dangerous at Anfield, and Real Madrid especially would have seen the performance against Barca. So if an early goal would have been there, Madrid would have been shocked
Like,
badly, and I think the result of the tie would have been different.
could have been, yeah, because Madrid also has like enough fire progress. I
Yeah,
think that they would have challenged us, but then again, an early shock, I completely agree, would have made a huge difference. Uh,
huge.
turning away from that to the top four because that's the only chance of getting something positive out of the season is in the EPL at the moment. And what do you think? And where do you think that we will finish? And what do you think we can do different in order to reach there?
I think now the focus should be on playing the same players again and again and try to make that chemistry in the team, which is very important.
Yeah.
You need to play with the same players so that you understand what each player has to play the role. So I don't think there should be too much of changes, and Liverpool should solely focus on finishing in the top four.
And what I think is that we have better chances than the others actually comprehend. The reason for that is that West Ham yesterday dropped points, and which is a plus, of course. Their main or key defender is out, all right, for the next game as well. West Ham will be playing Chelsea as well, all right. So if we win tomorrow, we are knocking into the top
At
four
the door, yeah.
door again. We will reach the fourth spot. And what I think is even Leicester has tougher games than we have. All right. Not the accurate comparison being a Liverpool fan, because we lose against the opposition who are in the second half of the table. But what I think is that apart from Manchester United, we don't have any tough games left. All right. And what I think is that the chances that we have in order to finish there are immense. Like we couldn't be better placed to reach there. Of course, we shouldn't have been here
Yeah.
on the sixth spot as we speak. But then again, that's the reality. And what I think is that we should leverage the chance that we have at the moment and reach where we are supposed to, because top four and like top four is a must, and not finishing there
Yeah.
will be really bad,
Huge blow.
especially for the likes of players like Mane, Salah, or they might even leave, right? So
Yeah.
I don't want the foundation to be tarnished. What are your thoughts?
I feel the same. I mean, this season has been really bad for us, especially considering the last and the previous seasons. This season we haven't won anything, and at least the least we would want is to be in the top four so that we are able to play the Champions League next year. And
Absolutely.
anything other than that would be a huge blow.
It will be a huge blow, definitely. Even when you have to attract newer players, better players, Champions League is a huge lure. And what I
Huge.
think is that the side that we are playing should also Klopp should also make a few changes in the current lineup, not just in the midfield, but even in the front three, in order to be there. I think Jota is someone who is playing better than Mane at the moment,
Yeah,
and he has
definitely.
done well on the left wing. Salah on the right is a no question asked thing, because again, he has scored 19
Yes,
goals this season, 28 goals in total. That's a huge recollection. But then again, what do you think? Should we play Mane or Firmino? Because I don't think Jota is droppable at the moment.
I think the slump in the form seen as Mane is worse than that of Firmino. And also the work rate of Firmino is very high. Like he can drop back in the defense as well. That's a really
He
big
brings
thing.
the play. The idea of playing Firmino, who is pretty selfless, and he can
Yeah.
always pass the ball to the likes of Salah and Jota, who have been scoring for fun at the moment. And
Yeah.
what I think is that if Firmino is playing, our side's balance is much better.
Better.
Yeah, and what I think is that Firmino has to play, because
Yeah.
even against Real Madrid, between the two legs, what I saw was that in the first leg we didn't have Firmino playing up front,
Yeah.
and that was actually the minus that we were into. What I think is in the second leg, having Firmino down in the middle, that made a huge difference. The only thing is that if Jota had started instead of Mane, even that would have been better. But then again,
Great.
it's all in the past. In the future, I hope that Klopp trusts Firmino and Jota more than the likes
I'd
of.
like to see Firmino in the field as well because he's smart. He
Hmm.
has that short plays, short passes that can be very effective at times.
Even the ball
Plus,
control.
Mane is really poor, is in a really poor state of form
Uh,
right now. So I think Firmino should be the one starting, and Jota is absolutely great right now. He's in really good form, so there's no question to drop him. You cannot drop Jota at any moment. I was shocked to see Jota not playing in that game. That was a big shock.
Absolutely. I think so too.
That's it for today. Thank you for your time, Prati. It was really good to talk to you. And for the fans, please like, share, and subscribe our videos. Also, like us on social media channels. Thank you.